When you think of the greatest players in NBA history, who pops into your mind? Of course, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are probably the first three names that come up for most people. These guys are legends, and they share something major in common. They dominate both ends of the court. They're all-time greats on offense and defense. Now fast forward to today's NBA. Almost everyone can score like crazy, but finding someone who can play elite defense and offense, that's rare. But guess what? There's one player who fits the bill perfectly, and that's Giannis. Giannis has been a top player in the NBA for several years now, and every season, he keeps climbing the all-time ranks higher and higher. It's truly impressive. To really understand how elite Giannis' career has become, we need to rewind to 2013. That's when he was drafted 15th overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis came into the NBA as an 18-year-old rookie. His first season wasn't anything to write home about. He averaged just 6.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. But he had this incredible, freakishly athletic body and stood 7 feet tall. People could see there was potential for him to develop into something special. His second season wasn't much different. Giannis averaged 12.7 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 2.6 assists. While these were clear improvements across the board, the stats alone didn't fully capture his potential. But here's a cool tidbit. Even in his sophomore season, Giannis earned his first Player of the Week award. So there were definitely flashes of greatness even back then. Now let's fast forward to Giannis' third season. This is where things really started to heat up. The Golden State Warriors had an incredible start to the season, going 24-0, by far the best record to start a season. But guess who ended their winning streak? That's right, Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. They managed to snap the Warriors' impressive streak. By the end of that season, Giannis had made significant strides. He averaged 16.9 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. Although the Bucks weren't exactly a top team, Giannis' progress was impossible to ignore. Even if the Bucks were struggling, Giannis' growth was evident across the league. Everyone knew he was on the rise. Now, let's talk about the 2016-2017 season. This is the year where I truly believe Giannis Antetokounmpo began his journey to becoming one of the best basketball players on the planet. First up, let's talk about Giannis' impressive milestones. This season, he was named an All-Star starter at just 22 years old. That made him the youngest All-Star starter in Milwaukee Bucks history. How amazing is that? But that's not all. Just 2 months after the All-Star game, in April, Giannis achieved another major milestone. He became the first Buck to win Player of the Month since Michael Redd. That's a huge deal and shows just how much Giannis was dominating the league. Now, let's get into the numbers. This season, Giannis finished with incredible stats: 22.9 points, 8.7 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 1.9 blocks, and 1.6 steals per game. And guess what? He led the Bucks in every single one of those categories. By doing this, Giannis became only the 5th player in NBA history to lead their team in all 5 major statistical categories. That's a huge achievement and a clear sign that the league was starting to revolve around him. Giannis' 4th season was a big one for him. He made the All-NBA second team and won Most Improved Player. The Bucks did make the playoffs that year, but they were knocked out by the Raptors in 6 games during the first round. Moving on to the 2017-2018 season, Giannis didn't slow down. In fact, he got even better. He received even more votes for Most Improved Player, finishing in 12th place. Just imagine if he had won back-to-back Most Improved Player awards. This season, Giannis once again made the All-Star game and was named to the All-NBA second team. He also broke the Milwaukee Bucks all-time triple-double record, surpassing the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem is definitely a top 5 player of all time, so this was a massive achievement for Giannis. Now let's talk about the 2018-2019 season. This is where Giannis really started to showcase his uniqueness and skill. In one of the final games of the season against the 76ers, Giannis put up a staggering 45 points and 13 rebounds. This performance helped the Bucks clinch the #1 seed with a phenomenal 60-22 record. Giannis was an absolute monster that season. He finished with averages of 26.9 points, 10 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game. The craziest part, he was shooting an incredible 53% from the field, with most of his points coming from the rim. It's nearly impossible to stop him when he's scoring at such a high clip. A player often compared to Giannis is Shaquille O'Neal. Both are dominant forces in the NBA, standing 7 feet tall and possessing freakish athleticism. There's no real way to completely stop them, but teams do try to slow them down. Shaq even said that at Giannis' age, he thought Giannis was better than he was. That's high praise from one of the greatest big men ever. And yes, Giannis went on to win the MVP award that season. The Bucks faced the Detroit Pistons in the first round of the playoffs and swept them easily. In the second round, they beat Boston 3-1. In the conference finals, they matched up against Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. As you probably know, the Raptors won that series and went on to win the championship. Despite the Bucks falling short in the conference finals, it was clear that Milwaukee was on the rise. He also had some of the greatest players in NBA history praising his game. Scottie Pippen, a true legend of the game, has called Giannis the best player in the league. That's some high praise from one of the all-time greats. It's clear that Giannis's impact on the game hasn't gone unnoticed by those who've seen it all. Moving on to the next season, things started off with a bang for the Milwaukee Bucks. They went on a remarkable 18-game winning streak early in the season, which was nothing short of phenomenal. It showcased their dominance and the incredible level of play they were bringing to the court. However, in the 19th game of the streak, Giannis put up an impressive 48 points. Despite his heroic effort, the Bucks fell short of victory in that game. As you all know, this season was profoundly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The season was abruptly halted and then resumed under unusual circumstances, with teams playing in a bubble environment to keep everyone safe. Despite these unprecedented conditions, the Bucks managed to come back strong, finishing with the best record in the NBA once again. They ended the season with an outstanding 56-17 record in this shortened season. When the playoffs rolled around, the Bucks faced off against the Orlando Magic in the first round. They handled the Magic with ease, winning the series 4-1, but the road got tougher in the second round. The Bucks squared off against the Miami Heat, another Florida team. Unfortunately, Giannis suffered an injury during the series, which significantly impacted his performance. The Bucks ended up losing to the Heat, which was a disappointing early exit for them. Even though the Bucks were upset earlier in the playoffs than many had anticipated, Giannis still had a remarkable individual season. He was named the MVP for the second consecutive year and also took home the Defensive Player of the Year award. This achievement made him only the third player in NBA history to win both awards in the same season, joining the ranks of Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon. That's some elite company. Winning both MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season is one of the most impressive feats in basketball. It highlights Giannis' exceptional skill on both ends of the floor. While winning a championship would certainly add to his legacy, it was already clear who the new face of the NBA was becoming. In the bubble season, Giannis averaged an incredible 27.7 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game, all while shooting 57% from the field. His performance was outstanding, but just when you thought he couldn't get any better, he raised the bar even higher. Fast forward to the next season, the 2020-2021 season, which was another shortened one with 72 games. The Bucks finished as the 3 seed, and Giannis' stats took another leap forward. He improved his averages to 29.5 points, 13.6 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game. His performance was truly remarkable, showing his continued growth and dominance on the court. In the playoffs, the Bucks faced the Miami Heat once more. Many people thought the Heat might be able to pull off another upset, but Giannis had other plans. He led the Bucks to a sweep of the Heat, proving his ability to lead his team and deliver when it mattered most. The Bucks then moved on to the second round, where they matched up against the Brooklyn Nets. This series was one of the most intense and thrilling I've ever watched. The drama was off the charts. If Kevin Durant's shoe had been half a size smaller, the outcome might have been different. But the Bucks managed to pull out the series in a thrilling 7-game showdown, showcasing their resilience and determination. In the conference finals, the Bucks faced the Atlanta Hawks. Giannis suffered an injury in Game 4, which was a significant setback. However, the Bucks demonstrated their depth and strength as a team by winning Games 5 and 6 without him, closing out the series in 6 games. This was a testament to the team's overall talent and ability to rise to the occasion. The Bucks advanced to the NBA Finals to face the Phoenix Suns. Giannis made his return for Game 1 of the Finals, and his impact was immediately felt. In Games 2 and 3, Giannis put on a show, scoring 40 points and grabbing 10 rebounds in both games. With this performance, he became only the second player to achieve back-to-back 40-point, 10-rebound games in the Finals since Shaquille O'Neal. Giannis' performance in the Finals was nothing short of spectacular. He led the Bucks with a level of intensity and skill that was hard to match. His ability to perform under pressure and carry his team to victory was evident in every game. Throughout the 2020-2021 season, Giannis' leadership and skill were on full display. His journey from a young rookie with raw talent to a 2-time MVP and Defensive Player of the Year is a testament to his hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Giannis has continued to evolve as a player and has become one of the most dominant forces in the league. If you're a basketball fan, you know this is where things got absolutely epic for Giannis. Let's break it down and see why Giannis is making a compelling case for being one of the greatest players of all time. So we left off with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns battling it out in the 2021 NBA Finals. With the series tied 2-2, Game 5 was a crucial turning point. It was a game that kept fans on the edge of their seats. The energy was electric, and every play felt like it could decide the outcome of the series. But let's focus on what happened in Game 6, where the magic truly happened. In Game 6, Giannis delivered one of the most legendary performances in NBA Finals history. He scored a jaw-dropping 50 points, grabbed 14 rebounds, and blocked 5 shots. His performance was nothing short of phenomenal. The Bucks clinched the championship, and Giannis was named the Finals MVP. This made him only the third player ever to win an MVP, Finals MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year in his career. The other two, Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon. That's some elite company. Giannis' stats for the finals were off the charts. He averaged an astounding 35.2 points, 13.2 rebounds, and 5.0 assists per game. This performance was one of the most dominant finals performances we've ever seen in NBA history. Giannis was a force of nature, and his ability to perform at such a high level under pressure was a key factor in the Bucks' success. But Giannis' story doesn't end there. Since winning the championship, he's continued to impress with his consistent dominance on the court. Over the next 3 seasons, Giannis maintained his elite status. His averages over these seasons were 29.9 points and 11.6 rebounds, and then 31.1 points and 11.8 rebounds. He's been a powerhouse every single night, showcasing his incredible skills and keeping the Bucks competitive. Even though the Bucks haven't made it back to the finals in these seasons, Giannis' performance has remained top-notch. He's consistently delivered standout performances and proven himself as one of the top players in the league. While the Bucks might not have reached the same heights as they did in 2021, Giannis' individual brilliance has never wavered. At this point, it's hard to deny that Giannis is undoubtedly a top 3 player in the league. Alongside Nikola Jokic, he's established himself as a force to be reckoned with. Both players have made a significant impact on the game, and their unique skills and styles contribute to their high rankings. Giannis' ability to dominate in various aspects of the game, scoring, rebounding, defense, solidifies his place among the elite. In the 2021 finals, Giannis showcased his ability to take over games and perform under immense pressure. His incredible performance in Game 6, leading the Bucks to the championship, was a testament to his skill, determination, and leadership. It wasn't just about the points he scored, but the way he carried his team and made crucial plays on both ends of the floor. Giannis' journey from a rookie with raw talent to a Finals MVP and multi-time MVP is nothing short of remarkable. His growth as a player and his ability to consistently perform at a high level have set him apart from his peers. He's not just a great player, he's a transformative force in the game of basketball. But now, Giannis is an NBA champion. Let's go into the next season. On October 19th, 2021, he got his championship ring, and then went off in the season opener, scoring 32 points, grabbing 14 rebounds, and dishing out 7 assists in a 127-104 win over the Nets. A few months later, on January 13th, 2022, Giannis was unstoppable again. He led the Bucks to a 118-99 victory over the Warriors, putting up 30 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, and 3 blocks, all in under 30 minutes. He became the first player to record multiple 30-point triple-doubles in just 30 minutes. Plus, he tied Michael Jordan's career mark for triple-doubles, ranking 18th all-time. February 6th was another standout night. Giannis and the Bucks crushed the Clippers 137-113, with Giannis scoring 28 points, pulling down 10 rebounds, and adding 5 assists. The Bucks made NBA history as the first team where every starter hit at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 3-pointers in the same game. 2 days later, on February 8th, Giannis was flawless. He scored 44 points, grabbed 14 rebounds, and had 8 assists in a 131-116 win against the Lakers. Giannis shot 17 of 20 from the field and did it all without a single turnover. Impressive. That was his 20th straight game with at least 25 points. On February 15th, Giannis was on fire again, dropping 50 points and grabbing 14 rebounds in a 128-119 win over the Pacers. He shot 17 of 21 from the field, and it was only the 12th time in NBA history a player scored 50 or more points on 80% shooting or better. Pure greatness. March 29th was another memorable night. Giannis scored 40 points, had 14 rebounds, 6 assists, and made a game-winning block on Joel Embiid to secure a 118-116 win over the Sixers. The very next game, he scored 44 points, had 14 rebounds, and 6 assists in a 120-119 overtime win against the Nets. With this performance, he became the Bucks' all-time leading scorer, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. By the end of the regular season, Giannis had set new career highs, averaging 29.9 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. He was the first player in NBA history to average 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in 4 separate seasons. Now, let's jump into the 2023 playoffs. Giannis was fantastic, even though the Bucks faced some tough competition. On May 1st, in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, Giannis recorded his second career playoff triple-double with 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists in a 101-89 win over the Celtics. He became the first player in Bucks history with multiple playoff triple-doubles. On May 13th, Giannis was amazing again, scoring 44 points, grabbing 20 rebounds, and adding 6 assists in a 108-95 Game 6 loss. He joined Shaquille O'Neal and Wilt Chamberlain as the only players with a 48-20-5 game in NBA playoff history. Despite his stellar performances, the Bucks were eliminated in Game 7 against the Celtics. Giannis still made history, becoming the first player to average 200-plus points, 100-plus rebounds, and 50-plus assists in a playoff series, averaging 33.9 points, 14.7 rebounds, and 7.1 assists against Boston. He also averaged a record-breaking 31.7 points, 14.2 rebounds, and 6.8 assists throughout the entire postseason. In the 2023-2024 season, Giannis continued to shine. On October 23rd, 2023, he signed a massive 3-year, $186 million extension with the Bucks. Just a few weeks later, on November 9th, he scored 54 points and grabbed 12 rebounds in a 126-124 loss to the Pacers. He joined Michael Jordan as the only players since the ABA-NBA merger to record at least 8 50-point and 10-rebound games in their careers. On November 18th, Giannis had another big game, recording 40 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists in a 130-125 win over the Mavericks. He became the youngest player to record 50-point and 15-rebound games and surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most career triple-doubles in Bucks history on December 27th. By January 8th, 2024, Giannis had 45 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in a 122-113 win over the Hawks. And on January 22nd, he became the fastest player in NBA history to record 1,000 career blocks, reaching the milestone in just 744 games. On February 14th, Giannis scored 40 points and grabbed 14 rebounds in a 113-106 win over the Timberwolves. He was named an All-Star for the 7th consecutive year and became the franchise's career leader in rebounds and blocks on February 16th. Wrapping up the season, Giannis ended with averages of 31.1 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. He led the Bucks to a league best 58-24 record, becoming just the second player in NBA history after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to average 30 points or more, 10-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists while shooting at least 55% from the field. The 2024 playoffs were a bit rough as Giannis suffered a lower back contusion, sidelining him for parts of the first round. Despite this setback, he returned to the court and continued to show his incredible skills. The Bucks did get eliminated earlier than they wanted, but basically, everything went wrong for Giannis. So Giannis has already racked up 2 MVP awards, an NBA championship, and a Finals MVP. But can he take it a step further and become the greatest of all time? Let's compare it to each of the all-time greats. First up, Michael Jordan. MJ is often the gold standard when it comes to greatness. His 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and 10 scoring titles are legendary. Jordan's impact on the game was enormous. His scoring ability, defensive prowess, and clutch performances are the stuff of legend. But here's the thing. Giannis has the potential to reach and even surpass Jordan's greatness. Why? Because Giannis brings a whole new set of skills to the table. He's a dominant force on both ends of the floor and can impact the game in multiple ways. With more championships and MVPs, Giannis could put himself right alongside or even above Jordan in the GOAT conversation. Next, let's talk about LeBron James. LeBron is a modern-day great with 4 MVPs, 4 NBA championships, and countless records. He's known for his incredible versatility, basketball IQ, and longevity. LeBron has been able to adapt his game and maintain elite performance well into his 30s. Giannis, on the other hand, is just entering his prime. If he can continue to improve his game, develop a reliable jump shot, and stay healthy, he could challenge LeBron's legacy. Imagine Giannis combining his current skills with a refined shooting game and continued dominance in the paint. The possibilities are endless. Now, let's shift gears to Larry Bird. Bird was known for his exceptional shooting, basketball IQ, and fierce competitiveness. He led the Boston Celtics to 3 NBA championships and was a 3-time MVP. Bird's ability to make clutch shots and his rivalry with Magic Johnson defined an era of basketball. Giannis' path to greatness could include a similar competitive fire. If Giannis can maintain his drive, continue to elevate his game, and capture multiple championships, he could rival Bird's legendary status. With Giannis' unique skill set and physical gifts, he could be the next great competitor in NBA history. Next up is Magic Johnson. Magic was a revolutionary player with his playmaking skills and versatility. His 5 championships, 3 MVPs, and iconic moments on the court are unforgettable. Magic's ability to lead a team and make his teammates better was unmatched. Giannis has shown glimpses of similar playmaking ability, especially with his passing and court vision. If Giannis can continue to develop his leadership skills and refine his game, he could become a player who not only dominates, but also elevates his teammates in a way that's reminiscent of Magic. Finally, let's talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem is the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, with 6 championships and 6 MVP awards. His skyhook shot was nearly unstoppable, and his longevity in the league is impressive. Giannis has the physical tools to challenge Kareem's scoring records. With his athleticism and work ethic, Giannis could very well break into the top 10 of all-time leading scorers. If he continues to stay healthy and improve his scoring game, he could surpass Kareem's records and add to his own legacy. So, how can Giannis make this leap? Here are some key areas where he can focus to solidify his place as the greatest of all time. First, consistency and longevity are crucial. Staying at the top of his game for a long period will be vital. Giannis will need to maintain his level of play, stay healthy, and avoid injuries to ensure a long, successful career. Next, developing a reliable jump shot is essential. One of the few criticisms of Giannis' game is his inconsistent shooting. By improving his jump shot, Giannis can become even more dangerous and harder to defend against. Winning championships is another major factor. Championships are a huge part of the GOAT debate. Giannis already has one, but more titles will solidify his place among the all-time greats. Leadership and impact are also key. Being a great player is one thing, but being a great leader is another. Giannis will need to continue to inspire and lead his team both on and off the court. Finally, achieving statistical milestones will help Giannis's case. Breaking records and reaching milestones add to his legacy. Whether it's scoring records, triple-doubles, or all-star appearances, these accolades contribute to his standing in the NBA history books. Giannis' unique skill set makes him a different kind of great. While Jordan was known for his scoring and competitive drive, Giannis combined scoring with elite defense and playmaking. LeBron's versatility is matched by Giannis' physicality and dominance in the paint. Larry Bird's shooting and competitive nature are qualities Giannis can embody with his own brand of intensity and skill. Magic Johnson's playmaking is something Giannis has already shown he can rival, and Kareem's scoring records are within reach for Giannis with his remarkable work ethic and athleticism. Giannis Antetokounmpo has the potential to become the greatest basketball player of all time. His combination of size, athleticism, and skill is unmatched. With continued improvement, consistency, and more championships, Giannis could very well surpass the legends of the game. He's already achieved so much, and the future looks incredibly bright for the Greek Freak. If you're as excited about Giannis's potential as I am, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for joining me on this journey through basketball greatness. Until next time, keep enjoying the game and stay tuned for more awesome content.